Hi, this is Lee Furseth from the Headwaters Science Center in Bemidji, Minnesota. There are 3 books today. So what am I talking about? For all of you who have been watching our live stream shows at 3:30, this happened to be 3:30 on a Wednesday, we've been doing this for a long time, which means there's lots and lots of shows that you could go watch on our YouTube page or our Facebook page or on Twitch TV. This is a live one, so maybe you're watching right now and this is going to be the book. I'm going to tell you there's 3 books, and here is the question we're going after. I'm going to tell you, I got Philip on the other side of the camera, and Philip's going to be going, oh, here's a question that might not get answered for a couple of days. What does it take to be a scientist? What is the requirement to be a scientist? How do you get to have scientists like after your name or before your name? Do you have to have those little initials, like those shortened versions, like do you have to be Dr. so-and-so to be a scientist? Or do you have to have what letters after your name in order to be a scientist? What does it take to be a scientist? And I just want you to know I'm sitting right in front of this exhibit. It is called the If-Then exhibit, and it is on the 2nd floor of the Science Center, where you could come up here, dress like a scientist. So off to my right are all kinds of outfits you could decide to wear. And then there's even this pair of waders, you could put those on. There's caps and hats. And then behind us there are a bunch of tools that scientists use in whatever area is their field. Do scientists work in fields? Philip, do scientists work in fields?
Yeah, they work in multiple different fields.
I work in the field of...
Could be anything. Could be pastures, forests.
Yeah.
Or the field of studies.
Okay.
So chemistry, biology.
They don't work in like fields of oats and fields of wheat and fields of corn. They could. Depends on what scientist you are. This one's called Archaeologists and What They Do. That's the name of the book. By the way, we have a live audience. You might even be hearing the pitter-patter of little feet. Okay, that person stopped right in his tracks, so here's the book. It is fun to dress up, but do you ever think about what it was like to live hundreds and even thousands of years ago? What kinds of clothes did people wear? What did they eat? What were their homes like? How do we learn the answers? With the help of an archaeologist. So here's the picture. Here you are out there in virtual land. Some things from long ago are still deep in the ground. A wooden spoon, a piece of a vase, an old coin, or perhaps bones from a skeleton or the walls of an old castle. An archaeologist looks for these kinds of odd objects, digs them up. Exciting, don't you think? When an archaeologist is searching for objects, she wears comfortable clothes. I think that sentence is well worth repeating, don't you think? I don't think they made a mistake on which pronoun they inserted. It's well worth reading. When an archaeologist is searching for objects, she wears comfortable clothes. She has lots of pockets to hold her tools. Since she works outside, she wears sturdy shoes or boots. A raincoat comes in handy for bad weather. She is not worried about getting dirty. So this is an exhibit I'm actually sitting in. It's called the If-Then exhibit. And right behind me are all kinds of outfits you could put on. And then there's hats and caps over here. And then there's a bunch of tools that's behind the screen that might be. And you could, for that moment, be whatever scientist you want to be. Do we have any raincoats? I don't think we have any raincoats. It's time to get a raincoat to put in here. Yeah. An archaeologist needs lots of materials to do her job. An excavator might dig away the first layer of soil. But you know we don't have an excavator up here. It's a thought, but we don't have one. Then a team of archaeologists digs deeper with small tools. If the archaeologist finds something interesting, she stores it in a bin or a bag. She measures where the object was found in the ground, and then she marks it on a map. Archaeologists often stay in trailers near their digging sites. You ever been to an archaeologist's dig? No? Right? Yeah? Philip?
Done.
I bet he has. I'm talking about Ryan now because he wasn't in front of the camera, but he said, I've been at a dig. I bet he has. So, ever been to an archaeologist's dig? There's one in,
That's what I did before I was working in museums.
yeah. There's one in South Dakota that I've been to. An archaeologist's work begins with finding a site to study. Some sites, such as ancient cities, are visible on the surface. Other sites are buried deep beneath the ground. First comes the excavator to shovel away the top layer of soil. After that, the archaeologists start to dig with shovels. Archaeologists, that's what we're talking about today. The team of archaeologists dig deeper and deeper into the ground. They work slowly and carefully to keep careful records. I talked to Ryan about this book before we started and said, what do scientists need to do in order to be called a scientist? He said, keep lots of records. They keep careful records of everything they find. Sometimes it takes hours and days and weeks to make a discovery. Could we add months? How about years? Maybe?
You can keep your funding up to that long.
Yeah.
Without finding anything.
Finally, the archaeologist sees something in the soil. Carefully, she scrapes away the ground around it and look! She digs some more. Wow, a crown appears. They take a photograph of the treasure and then they mark the location on their map. You are a great listener. I just want you to know. Just in case you were looking to put one more compliment in your long list of compliments, you're a very good listener. The objects that an archaeologist finds are called artifacts. There's a good word for you, artifacts. If you find something and you go, wow, I found this thing, you could say, I found this artifact. The artifacts are brushed clean. They're placed in bins and bags. They're labeled with the information from where they were found. The archaeologist studies the artifacts and tries to learn more about them. Was it the crown of a king? Was it the crown of a queen? Where were those coins used? The more objects she finds, the more she can learn about how people used to live. She uses a computer to research and to document her findings. Archaeologists do not only go looking for artifacts on land. Sometimes they search oceans. Then they wear diving suits, of course. Maybe they'll find the skeleton of the ship's captain, or pieces of the plates which were used when they ate. Perhaps there are the remains of an old bird cage. Bird cage? On a ship at the bottom of the ocean? Oh yeah, the parrot! Of course, it's all about pirates. If you want to see some of these artifacts, you just have to go to a museum or a science center. We're a science center. There you can learn about the past from the important discoveries archaeologists have made. Perhaps you want to become an archaeologist and make some of the discoveries on your own. Perhaps. I will get this book back to the library where you could go check it out. It is called Archaeologists and What They Do. So here comes book number 2. We're wrestling away at the question, what does it take to be a scientist? So we could probably agree. Archaeologists are scientists? Yeah? This one's called What We'll Build. What shall we build, you and I? Let's gather all our tools for a start. So I'm going to go a little slower since there's so many tools, just so you can see them all. You think that's a power drill? I mean, like a battery power drill.
We were more looking at what the pig is for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's the pig for? You see the pig?
I had an eraser that was shaped like a pig at one point.
For putting together and taking apart. You know, her face makes me a little sad. I'm not sure what's going on there. Doesn't she look sad to you? We'll build a house to be our home. All right. Are we now talking about carpenters? Contractors? Are they scientists? I'll build your future and you can build mine. You two are good listeners too. Way to go. I appreciate it. We'll build a watch to keep our time. So people who build watches, are they scientists? We'll build some love to set aside and build a hole where we can hide. A fortress to keep our enemies out, and higher walls for when they shout. But you don't always lose, and you don't always win. So we'll build a gate to let them in. Just wanted you to see the gate. I'm not sure I'd let them in. All right, that was kind of unfair. They just look like pirates to me. Oh, one's even a witch. We'll build a table to drink our tea and say, I'm sorry, me too, me three. I'm wondering a little bit about the spelling here. I'm going to check it out with Ryan. Do we not have a misspelled word right here with the me too?
Yeah, but you're also making the Me3 joke afterwards.
Oh, there you are. Me too. We'll build a tower to watch the sky. Oh, we're definitely to an area of science now, right? In other worlds that pass us by, let's build a tunnel to anywhere. Let's build a road up to the moon. Let's build a comfy place to rest, or we'll be tired soon. Let's build a boat that can't be broken, that will not sink or be cracked wide open. Place to stay when all is lost, to keep the things we love the most. Wrestling with the question, what does it take to become a scientist? What does that mean? We'll put these favorite things aside, the earlier love we set aside. I think that we may want them later, when times are hard and needs are greater. But first things first, let's build a fire where we planned a lot and now we're tired. It'll keep us warm, like when we're born. Then we'll say goodnight. That's all right? That's it. Let's check the next page. Oh yeah, there's more. These are the things we'll build, you and I. Okay, people that build things, are they scientists? Are they? You can think on that. Third book, Gus's Garage. I can't tell you how much I love this book, because the pictures are fantastic. This is called Gus's Garage. And this guy's name, Leo Timmers. He's going to rank right up there by one of my favorite books. Gus's Garage. Is Gus a scientist? That's what I'm asking. Here comes Gus. The things he stores. Whatever will he use them for? Take a close look at the things he stores. Remember, this is Gus's garage. You know what I mean by garage? What do we call somebody who works at a garage and they like fix things? We call them what? Yeah. A mechanic. They call him a mechanic. Are mechanics scientists? Are they? Hey there, Rico. How's it going? Gus, this seat, I'm overflowing. Could it be we have a pump?
No.
This could be a pump. Right, you see him?
Yeah.
See how he's overflowing? This is what Gus does for him. Let's see. I have some bits and bobs. This goes with that. There, just the job. Gina, how's the view up there? Chilly, Gus. I need warm air. What kind of animal is Gina?
Giraffe.
Yeah, a giraffe. And it's cold up there. She says it's cold up there. I need some warmth. So what does Gus do? Let's see, I have some bits and bobs. This goes with that. There, just the job. Wow. I like the whole heater effect. And then he's got to have all of these pipes going to all the different sections of Gina's neck. Is Gus a scientist? Hello, Walter. You look dry. Gus, my skin. It's going to fry. Got the problem? Let's see. I have some bits and bobs. This goes with that. There, just the job. See how he solved the problem? See how he solved the problem? It's a bathtub, isn't it? Why not? Haven't seen any vehicles lately that have a bathtub on top of them, but Miss P, a hot pink situation. Gus, I need some refrigeration.
Couldn't tell if she wasn't.
You think what the solution's going to be? Because we know it's coming from his garage, right? He's going to be taking something from his garage.
I knew it would be a fridge.
Wow. Let's see, I have some bits and bobs. There, this goes with that. There, just the job. Why not? Little refrigerator.
Even matches her car.
It even matches her car because she's what? Something Miss Pink? Oh, it's Miss P, a hot pink situation. Hello, Henry. Here at last. Gus, I'm going nowhere fast. This problem is, I'm not going anywhere fast.
I don't know.
What's going to be the solution? Here it comes. Here it is.
Faster.
Let's see. Let's see, I have some bits and bobs. This goes with that. There, just the job. Now, just before I read the very last page, I want to go back to the first page and I want to show you Gus, because you may have missed what's happening to Gus during the story. So I think it's a good time to take a look at Gus on his way to work. You see him? You see him? He's on his way to work. Here's Gus after his last customer. You see him? He's been working all day long. It's now dark. And Gus has his own problem. Day is done. What's left to do? Gus needs water, soap, and shampoo. He joins the last few bits and bobs. This goes with that. I like how you're studying the page. As you're going, what could possibly be in that garbage can? Sitting up there. What? You thinking? There. Just the job. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 9:30 to 5. We're open on Sundays from 1 to 5. Thanks for being in the live audience today. Thanks for tuning in. That's our story. Just wait until Friday when we're going to look for the answer to the question, what does it take to be a scientist?